So what percentage of people think there should be a designated area on planes for mobile phone users? It's 69%.
Somewhere near the back door would be handy. You're watching The Right Stuff with Tory Culture Minister-to-be, Ed Vaizey, Kay Adams and Les Dennis, currently starring in the West End musical Eurobeat. Winning is Everything. It's on at the Novella Theatre in the West End, as I said, till November the 15th. Yeah.
So how long does the average hug last between two men? Oh, it's only 1 second.
Yes, but believe it or not, American Professor Corey Floyd of Arizona State University found hugs between chaps rarely lasted more than a second because hugs that lasted 2 seconds or more were deemed, you know, a bit gay, quite frankly. So that's what we're talking about with our panellists, Les Dennis, Ed Vaizey and Kay Adams, and your good selves at home. Do real men hug each other? 0207 173 5555 is the number, of course, if you've got something to say. It does seem us arty camp media types have been hugging for a long time. I'm not afraid to admit it. But is it solely a metropolitan thing, or are chaps up and down the country, from Newquay to Newcastle, Edinburgh to Exeter, getting all touchy-feely too? It seems geezers are going even further, offering lingering hugs, pats on the bottoms, and even kisses to other fellas. Bromance, they call it. I might squeeze someone's bottom, but that is mainly just to freak them out. Our continental cousins have been touchy-feely for years. Italian PM Silvio Berlusconi there, hugging George W. Bush, giving him a kiss on the cheek. That said, I couldn't imagine greeting my bank manager with a hug, could you? Does that mean you have to choose your time and moment and, indeed, the person you're going to hug before getting physical with another fella? You forget it wasn't that long ago that public displays of affection between blokes were an absolute no-no. 30 years older, absolutely brilliant moment, brilliant film. Les, touchy-feely, huggy type of guy?
Absolutely, always have been, really. I remember when I was at school, I remember walking to school with a mate, and I was talking about the night before, and I said, last night I kissed my mum good night, and he went, you kissed your mum good night? And I went, I was just about to say I kissed my dad goodnight. And so from that night, I stopped kissing my dad, and I made an excuse because of peer pressure. And I didn't hug my dad again and kiss my dad until the night my mum died. And that's you know, and so probably since then, I've always been really, you know, kind of hoping to be tactile with other guys.
Strange guys? Strange men. That sounds a bit weird.
Probably not if I just... Not in the street, just grab a bloke. I wouldn't just... Hello,
if you went to a friend's house and there were lots of people there you didn't know and you were introduced, would you hug the guys, shake hands?
Probably not hug the guys when I first meet them, but then, you know, that's not knowing what they want, isn't it? Because some guys, if you do hug, kind of, like, hold back, you know?
Yes, that kind of...
But...
Yeah, that kind of hug.
I'm beginning to feel like a real gooseberry here. I mean, it's just really, really awkward. You guys discussing how you touch each other, but there you go, kind of. I feel like it's Alan Bates, Oliver Reed, and something's going to happen. Getting nervous.
I can live with that, actually, I can live with that.
About 3 years ago, I shared a flat for the first time in my life with a mate, and it was great fun. I remember one night, I cooked a spaghetti bolognese, and we watched Casablanca, and I went, I think it's time we went to the pub.
The old couple.
Yeah, the old couple.
Ed, Tories, they don't strike me as particularly huggy type people.
We're not big on hugs, and we should be. There should be more hugging.
Are you thinking about perhaps bringing that within your ministerial brief?
There are 1 or 2 men that I hug.
When you see David Cameron, do you hug David?
Name names. Name names.
I haven't hugged David.
Yet?
Yet. But I think I might next time I see him.
Let's leave that one there.
Next time I see him, I might plant a big smacker on his cheek.
Have you ever seen MPs hugging each other say, in the lobby?
No.
That was interesting yesterday.
I had never seen MPs of the same sex hug each other in the lobby.
It was interesting yesterday, after the speech, that he went up, Gordon went up and shook hands with all the guys, but kissed all the women, but there were no hugs.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the first one was David Miliband. You can't imagine him jumping in there with a hug, can you?
I think there should be more hugging, though. I think it's important. I do.
Well, why doesn't it happen?
Because we're just English or British, you know. If we were
Italian,
so I said British. We're Italian, we would be hugging and kissing. I think it'd be great. I think
and
contact
also passing money around if we were Italian as well. Wouldn't it?
Contact is a good thing.
My partner went to live in Italy when he was about 21, so he was a right Glasgow boy when he went to Italy. And so he made really good friends, and this one friend who's still a friend today, but he remembers one day walking along and the guy, Andrea, took his arm. And, you know, it's like 20 years ago, and he's straight out of Glasgow. He said he nearly freaked. He was like the other side of the...
Nearly nutted him.
Absolutely, because they walk along arm in arm.
I hope I got this right, because I don't want to create diplomatic incident, but I was in China earlier this month, and I was told that it's quite common for Chinese men to hold hands in the street,
India,
completely unself-conscious.
Arab states as well, very, very common. Let's throw it open to you. Is it man enough? Are you man enough to hug? Amy?
I find this so funny, the difference between male and female
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
And males and males.
It's
The
just-
House of Commons compared to TV land. You know, it's a totally different world.
We're
Probably
going
a
to
good
start
thing.
with Derek on line 1.
Derek, good morning.
Good morning to you, Matthew.
Are you a huggy kind of a guy?
I am not.
Why not, Derek?
Well, I think it's
I
an
don't believe
imported
that, Derek.
trait, and you remarked earlier that it was something that happens on the continent,
Yeah.
and I don't see why we should change our attitudes to suit others. I think we should try to teach others our attitudes.
OK.
But Derek, we're part of the European Union now, so shouldn't we all start hugging like our French and German counterparts?
No, I don't think so. I think we should all retain certain parts of our traditions.
Kissed on both cheeks, I was bending down at the time.
I think some of the ones that are principally guilty of doing this are the professional footballers.
Yeah.
And I just wonder whether, if Vinnie Jones ever scored, whether they would do the same to Vinnie after what he did to Gaza.
Yes.
Derek, you've lost me, thank God.
There's that famous photograph of Vinny grabbing Gaza in a certain place.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right, OK.
But it's interesting that football, you see, football is quite homophobic. You couldn't, as a professional footballer, come out as gay, but they hug and they kiss.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Billy-o.
There's a secret message in there somewhere. We have to leave it there, I'm afraid. Time to hug the panel goodbye. A huge thank you to you, Les. Great to see you as per usual. Best of luck with Eurobeat.
Thank you very much.
No, Novella Theatre.
The Novella Theatre.
November
Used to be the
15th.
Strand
Edwards. Kay and Ed will see you back here tomorrow. Give it up for our wonderful panel. Tomorrow, great show lined up as usual. Ade Depitan, our wheelchair basketball star turned actor, he's on the panel. Well, Angela Mutanda will be running an anger management clinic just for you. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.